The Preload is the innovator of wire-wound prestressed concrete tanks. We invented the product in the 1930s and 40s, and we remain the innovator and leader in the market today. We started to incorporate faith in our workplace back around 2017, 2018. During that time frame, we had some tragic events that happened in the business.
When they're out on their own, that's when the world starts to seep in, right? They don't have a pastor that's right there that they can go see. They may be on a project for 12 weeks.
Over the past several years, we've recognized that it's very important to stay out ahead of what's going on in the field with an individual. A lot of times, unless you're communicating with that individual constantly, you're not aware that they're struggling with issues.
I was in the Marine Corps for 9 years, and so I was familiar with what a chaplain was. We had chaplains and that served us and helped and things like that, but never thought that was in corporate America. But what you begin to see is, as you do this day in and day out, as you remain faithful in it, you begin to develop relationships, you begin to develop friendships, and that's where the magic happens.
The chaplaincy is they're with you. They're with you in your work environment. When that time comes, you feel that comfort level to call them.
This is actually the first company that I've seen this with. Initially, I thought it was different or maybe even strange, but I wasn't sure at the first if it was something I was going to be open to. But having gone through what I went through this, at the beginning of the year, it was very helpful. And when you're feeling as low as I was at those moments, it's a godsend to have somebody you can open up to and talk to.
Me, I've got a wife and 2 kids, and stuff happens every day, and my wife's it's almost like she's a single parent. Being able to speak to somebody about that and get advice and stuff, that's just something that you can't hardly put a price on. I think it's invaluable.
I think it's very critical to be able to have somebody you can talk to.
The chaplain, that's whenever I got interviewed here, and Dean told me about that, I was kind of shocked, honestly, because I've never even heard of a place having a chaplain or Bible studies or anything like that. So that's just kind of blew me away, honestly.
So a chaplain for a company is like a workplace pastor. Usually when a new employee finds out that there's a chaplain, it's almost always something that they're not familiar with, because it's relatively rare. I think some 2% of companies nationwide actually have a chaplain.
Faith in the workplace at Preload is incredibly important. The people at Preload and how we treat our customers is at the forefront of everything we do.
I feel like it's a thing that brings us all together as a family. Every time we meet together, we end it in a prayer, and that's to show the team and show each other that we truly care about each other.
I feel as though that God led me here to this place, and to be able to come here and not have to change who I am or try to fit in with the world, it's wonderful.
We have a morning meeting, and after our morning meeting, we do prayer. And then on Friday, we have Bible study with Shane. He comes in, and we get to gather around with the people around us, have fellowship together.
It's made a great difference in our company, in this facility. I've been here for 25 years now, and for many of those years, we didn't have this. It's built a culture that I've never seen before.
Without faith, it's impossible to please God, and that's who I'm working for anyway, really. So when you're working for Him, it makes the workplace better.
And this is a benefit that isn't put on the employees. It's not taken out of the employee's check. It's not added to or anything like that. This is something the company is investing in, right? And I think it says a lot of the character for the leadership. I think it says a lot of the heart of the leadership, that they're not focused on themselves. They're focused on their employees. They're focused on the bigger thing, the bigger picture, and the totality of health for their employees.
And I really appreciate that my company, Preload, is is doing that for us, because it's I think it's very useful.
Anything you can do for your guys to keep them centered is a good investment.
It's not just safety on the job site, it's safety in life. It's protection in life. And I think that's where you see companies now really stepping their game up and saying we need to take care of everybody in a complete way.
We make that investment because we want to be better teammates and we want to work better as a team. And in order to do that, we need to show compassion, we need to show stability, we need to show our team hope, and we need to generate trust. And the biblical example of the way to do all those things is to incorporate faith in everything you do.